Flexcast. We back with our next guest, man. And sometimes, but before we even start shooting, we just popping it because we be in here with our real friends, man. And this next guy is a real friend. I've known him for a while. Please introduce yourself and let people know what you do, and we'll get right into it.
My name is Demetrius. I go by ... You spell it like 6 times, but you say it 3 times, and it's difficult, so I know it's real.
Everyone clap it up. And, man, I've literally since the Bat Bar days, like that's kind of when I
something like that.
Something like that, man.
Like a little bit.
It's been a while, and so I've always been familiar with like your creative approach to rap. You have a very creative, artistic, deep, thought-provoking approach to rap.
That.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I want to talk about your most recent music. You had a project where you locked in with the producer for an entire project, and you guys called it Banh. And I want you to explain the thoughts behind that and why you wanted to lock in with one person for all the sounds for this. Because I think that's something that I think is cool in hip hop when 2 heads get together for an entire project. Mm-hmm. And so, talk about that.
I'd say the first thing I would say is I am a fan of things that are conceptual, or I'd rather make a movie than make a skit.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Those skits are cool, but I'd rather make a movie. So if I'd rather make a movie, I either have to have a really cohesive concept that I can get from a series of people, or I have to work with the same person and talk to them constantly. Okay. So there are times... Shit.
Good.
It's the cigarettes.
There are times, yeah.
Oh, no.
I can't.
Oh, no.
Maybe. You're not wrong. But there are times where I can hear something from one person and I can make a bunch of things with that one person, and there are times where I have to talk to you like really often in order for you to understand what I'm trying to make.
Okay.
So I think that if I have an idea and I don't make what I'm trying to make, it just sounds like something that sucks. And I think that I run into a constant issue where the things that I make are not things that somebody might dance to, but you might listen to them in your headphones, or you might listen to them in your living room.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I have to cater everything that I do to the ideas that I just don't make certain things. And that's fine.
What you do is niche.
Yeah,
100%,
it is,
bro. 1,000%.
Like, yeah, it's that. I just when I made this project with Boots, shout out to Boots.
Shout out Boots, man. It sounds amazing.
By the way, this isn't my first time working with a single producer. I made fucking Flowers for Zoe with Delano, a.k.a. Pool Boy Blue.
Okay.
But I enjoy working with a single producer because it's less times explaining what I want to do.
True.
Or I get something more exact.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I know that was a long...
No, that's what we wanted, man. Because when I listen to it, part of being conceptual is that it creates this journey-like feel. Like when I listen to your music, even, I had Flowers from Zoe on a disc. And so when I listen to it, it's always been like a story or a journey, and I like that about it.
Can people even play disc anymore?
No.
Man.
No.
Man.
My car has a CD player.
You have a CD player?
It's time to let the car go.
It's paid off. I ain't buying nothing else. But yeah, they can still play it if they want to.
Word. I get that. I noticed that I'll go to shows and shit, and people have cassettes.
Oh.
But I don't really see CDs anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
People sell vinyl. People sell stickers and merch that has digital down codes on.
It's the code.
It's the code is a big
QR
thing.
code is the new thing. Yeah. That's the.
But the physical merch medium I've seen the most, I think, is cassettes.
That's
Really?
interesting.
It's
I would've never thought
interesting,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe this is just a difference in things we listen to. but
Absolutely.
I'm just thinking about physical mediums, right? Cars don't have CD players anymore. people can't buy CD players, but you can buy record players, and a lot of those record players will also have cassette players
That's
on
true.
them.
That's true.
And even with the cassettes, you will find people that will put something like the QR code or something on it so that they can have you also be able to download it digitally, and you just want a physical medium or a physical piece of something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Tangible. I think that's why people bundle things like shirts and
Everything in one.
For sure.
tickets.
Okay.
I think it eventually come back around. CDs.
I don't think so.
No.
I think it because it's digital. I think that the reason why cassettes are kinda. I don't think that there are a bunch of cassette players for sale, but I do think that they sound warmer, or there's like more of a connection to something not digital with the cassette that you don't get with the CD.
Yes, maybe. I got a lot of vinyl at home, so.
I think there's also a
Yeah.
nostalgia that CDs just don't have.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't think so?
not the
I
same
feel
as,
like
vinyl.
somebody years into the future will be like, "Oh, I got a CD," and they're gonna be like, "Damn, I ain't never seen a CD."
One
You
thing
know,
I noticed,
like
the price of vinyl has not gone down.
no, it has not.
it's like a collectible.
But I see cheap CDs all the time.
Yeah,
And so
One is more expensive to make.
make exactly. Sure.
And it's a collector's item.
yeah.
Yeah, if your
If
your
you-
shit is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. Well, let's keep this train trucking.
yeah. There's a lot of vinyl. I went to Half Price Books. If you go there on, I think it's Saturday or Sunday, they have where you can buy like 3 records for like $5.
Oh, wow.
Something stupid. Like literally like a,
Not like no classic shit.
It is
Okay.
not.
Well,
it's not.
this
You
is
have to
like
really.
the
Okay.
You have to
like
look.
in a-
You have to
Okay.
look for.
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Okay.
saying, that's what
I'm
saying.
like, what?
Yeah, it's
This is
not.
what I'm saying.
Not
Okay,
sitting
no.
right there
this
for you to
is-
see.
This is what I'm saying.
That's why it's
But
stupid.
From time to time, you stumble upon a gem.
Who has time for that?
And if you do that, then you could make fucking, I don't know. Do you make beats and shit ever?
No.
No?
Do I look like I do anything like that?
That's fucked up, man. I don't even look at people that way.
I'm the
Yeah, but
most
we-
unmusically tuned.
We definitely buy music with like a different intention. So
Yeah.
if you're a
Yeah.
collector, then yeah, that's
But
Easy.
also, you might find something that you might like to listen to in your living room while you're fucking washing dishes. There are a lot of things where you just might stumble upon something based upon how the cover looks. And because the cover looks very interesting, you might buy it. I think that there's a lot of intention that goes into certain types of art. If I were to describe myself, since this is an interview, I would say that I am a very specific type of artist. I make things very specifically. Banh Mi, the reason why it's named after a sandwich is because I never had one before, and my guy Boots introduced me to them.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's a shared interest. I love that.
It's a shared interest, but also quite literally, if you were to look up what a banh mi is, it's a sandwich. So my friend shared a sandwich with me. So the entire album is about something like a universal language. I think I cook. I cook all day. That's what I do for a living. I make food. I think that food is a universal language, and it's a way of bringing people together. It's a way that to show somebody, a way that you show somebody that you appreciate them is by doing something for them.
100%.
In my opinion.
I like
100%.
that.
100%.
So if you're making somebody something to eat, then you're doing something for them that's like vital and necessary. So, my friend shared a sandwich with me, and we made an entire project that was literally just about like the shared experience of sharing meals and conversations.
That's awesome.
That's what that album is. And the people that are on that album, like, literally just came through, ate, and fucking hung out and recorded some shit in the living room. And
watch BoJack Horseman.
I like BoJack a lot, but we were watching mainly, like, wrestling and anime clips just on mute. So, like, Cowboy Bebop is my favorite show.
Nice.
That fucking I love wrestling. I love comic books, and my interests skew nerdy. I like those shits, so that's basically what was playing on mute. Boots would come through sometimes at like 7 in the morning because I said I was off. So there'd be days I'm like, yeah, I'm off on fucking Tuesday and Saturday. And this motherfucker will pop up Tuesday at like 7 in the morning. I was like, fuck.
Because you said you were off.
But we'd get like 4 songs done.
Oh, that's passion.
Because Boots is shout out to Boots. He is a very focused person. I think if left to me, I would take 20 years to make something.
Oh shit! And Boots is like, we're gonna get this done today.
Boots will get 4 songs out of me in a day.
Okay, gotcha.
Boots is everybody needs a Boots. Everybody needs somebody. If you're like lazy, I'm lazy. I don't want to do things, but I do things. And if you're a lazy person, you need a Boots to make you not lazy.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
I said a lot.
You did.
It's okay.
It sounds like we're just gonna keep getting deeper and deeper.
And trust me, this next one.
It's gonna get deep.
Yeah.
So, what does it mean to be a Black identity extremist, and how do you feel Black people cope with identity politics?
Oh man. Okay. Black identity extremist. I think that title. Do you remember where that title came from? There was a period of time. This will be depressing.
Oh.
Sorry. There was a point in time where it was a relatively new thing to videotape somebody being murdered on Facebook.
Correct.
It was a relatively new thing to videotape somebody being assaulted and it being broadcasted for the entire world to see. That was a relatively new thing. Relatively, not long ago, there was an incident where a man in Dallas was arrested. He was literally taken out of his home. In like the middle of the night, it was like 2-3 in the morning. Him and his child were taken out of their home. The father was arrested, and it was basically because he was being profiled by the FBI as like a domestic terrorist.
Wow.
And the reason why he was being profiled as a domestic terrorist, it was that he made posts that seemed as though they might be of an anti-police sentiment on Facebook.
Okay.
So this person was being profiled because they weren't fond of the police, and they said it on Facebook. That is horrifying to me. The reason why I find that horrifying is because of COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO, there's literally a document that shows an FBI memo that said that one of the biggest threats to American sovereignty was black nationalism. They named people like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X as problems and said that they need to identify potential threats and neutralize them. And those people died. That to me is alarming. I'm alarmed by the idea that there is a categorization called black identity extremists. What does that mean?
These are people whose ideas have been considered extreme because they are about
Black.
They're
Because they're black.
Well, also because,
Fucked up.
but also because their ideals are about the disenfranchised. Yeah. And so, like,
No, I get you, but no, it's specifically because they're black.
100%.
And
100%.
I definitely get it. Like Fred Hampton, got murdered for bringing people together. I get it. But the idea of a black identity extremist is insane to me. So if you ask me what a black identity extremist, I say it like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? This is something that happened in our face, but we can't do anything about it because things. It bothers me so much. So I made it, I don't know, I put it there around that time. It's been there for a long time.
You still feel you carry that with you, though?
I think it's important, too, because that's what they think you are.
You might as well.
That's what they think you are. If you do black shit in public, somebody will call you a black identity extremist, which is horrid. So ever since I heard about that, I have not taken it out of my bio. The guy's name, he was out of Dallas. His name was Rakim Balagan. He's still alive. He didn't get murdered.
Right.
But even still, he didn't. He was profiled
right.
by the FBI.
Right.
Specifically. For being black in public. That's crazy to me.
Absolutely.
That's my answer. That was long. I'm sorry.
Do you think when I invited you here, I didn't think we would get long answers? I knew what we were getting, man, and I'm interested in why you carry that with you. We also got a sports topic for you because I love your sports view too, man.
Okay.
So you root for the Spurs, who have one of the the biggest NBA players in right now. Is Wemby a good fit in your opinion? He's big as hell.
That's that 7 foot tall dude.
Yeah.
The biggest one on the court in any game.
7'5", 7'6".
Yeah, he's
huge.
tall.
Ew.
But he's also really coordinated.
He's like real lanky. But he makes sense. He makes sense on the court. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
You know, like,
How do you think he's fitting in? I'm curious because you're a real Spurs fan. Like,
I am.
Yeah. Like, I've known you for a while, and so I'm curious. I wanted to know from a real Spurs fan's perspective, how do you think he's fitting it in?
I think that
Fitting in. Ooh.
I think that right now, if you are a Spurs fan, you have to recognize that right now we are in a transitional period. During that transitional period, you have to recognize that some things are going to get tried out and not all things are going to work.
Okay.
I think that that's what we're seeing right now. I think that's why Sohan's playing the point guard. He's not a good point guard.
That threw me off. But
I think that they're basically trying to make him Draymond.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Minus the punching.
Yeah.
Sohan looks like he'll punch you though.
Maybe.
He
But
looks like he will.
I think that sometimes you need one of those. Like you need a Ron Artest. You need a Draymond Green.
Dennis Rodman.
Like Dennis Rodman.
Yes.
Like I think that they're trying to make him that. And if he's a good passer, it assists with that. I think Devin Vassell, he's a really good scorer. He doesn't need the ball. So I think he's kind of there to stay. I think that Jones is a good point guard already. I think they want him to be fucking Ginobili so bad, but he would still he's like, I could start.
Okay. So thumbs up, thumbs down on Wemby so far. Where are you at?
On Wemby?
Yeah.
I think Wemby's an excellent player. The fact that he hasn't gotten hurt a bunch is
Yes.
encouraging thought to me.
Yeah, Chet got hurt year one. I was like, oh, what's Wemby gonna do?
Chet's a beast, though.
Yeah, but he's a dog.
Don't play
for
with
sure.
Chet.
He's a
Chet's
dog.
probably gonna win Rookie of the Year. He's like a
Is that fair to you?
motherfucker. He deserves it.
Okay.
He's on a better team, and he's the second best player on his team.
Okay. All right.
Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren. Yeah.
Holmgren.
Who does he
He's
play
like
for?
Wemby. He's a player that's like Wemby.
Is he tall?
He's a 7-footer that has.
It's like 7'2".
Yeah.
And when
But
you
he
say 7
not-
foot, all I can think of is Wemby and then like Bobo.
Bobo.
Bobo's another one. Hey.
Bobo
don't
is
know him
like
either.
similar
It's 'cause he
in
ugly.
like
Lord Jesus, he's an
build
ugly man.
and game. So Bobo plays the same way as Wembanyama, but
Yes.
Bobo is like the RC Cola to
Oh
Coca-Cola.
my God.
Bobo
That's
seems like he
great
needs a
analogy.
Band-Aid. He's
That's
very
a great
clumsy.
analogy. The RC
Bulls and
Cola.
RC.
Okay,
He's
okay.
RC as fuck.
RC.
He's
My
like
Band-Aid
a,
theory, he need a
he's
Band-Aid.
like a B.
But hey, but he
he's
pulls
like
the
a
most beautiful women.
B
Nah.
plus,
No, he does.
and
He does.
Wembanyama's
He'd be so
like
hideous.
A minus.
Yeah.
A.
Wembanyama's game is pretty mental.
He's really
it's
good.
Up there, yeah.
He's really good.
Interesting.
Kind of like Kevin Durant, tall as fuck, but you forget he's tall as fuck because he's really good.
Absolutely.
So Kevin Durant's like a 7-foot person, but he plays like he's like a 6'6" person.
Absolutely.
He's really
But they're
good.
all-
guard
they're
skills
all
on
tall when you
a
get
guard
there.
skills on a 7-footer.
Right.
Yeah.
Say you
Well,
forget how tall
else,
they are.
whenever you
For
have
sure.
new music, or whenever the Spurs are in the finals again, we'll have to bring you back by again. I appreciate you coming by.
All right, we got a minute.
For sure.
And I appreciate the confidence because you know it's going to happen.
Or playoffs, or doing well.
Well, you already said finals, so it's already out there.
There's like a play-in finals.
I
now.
appreciate you all for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you for
definitely.
coming.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate you being
Thank
here,
you.
Els.
Thank you.
And I want everyone to clap it up, please, for Els. Flexcast will be right back with our next guest. Don't go anywhere. Yeah.